YouTube family. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today for our Pilates for abs and booty workout. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. It would be great to have you subscribe to my channel, which means I can therefore keep creating this free content for you guys. So for this workout today, you just need a little bit of space and you need some clothes on that you're happy to move in, and we are good to get started. So I invite you to join me at the top end of the mat so that I'm facing the space in front of me. We're going to bring our feet hip distance apart, soften through the knees, take a gorgeous shoulder roll as you soften the shoulders away from the ears, start to engage the abdominals already. Inhale, let's sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Find that gorgeous standing stretch. Exhaling as we lead with the fingers, the chin goes to the chest and we start to roll down. So curving the back, sigh out as you bend the knees and allow yourself to come into a gentle forward fold. Take a breath in at the bottom and we exhale as we press through the feet, draw the belly to the spine and peel ourselves all the way back up to standing. Stack the shoulders over the hips, the head over the heart, and inhale as we sweep the arms up again. Lift and lengthen, feel the space through the side body. Exhale, rolling down, sighing out, starting to really open up through the back chains of the body here. Releasing any negativity through the head, the shoulders. Now draw the belly towards the spine, peeling yourself all the way back up. Rebuilding, restacking, shoulders over hips, head over heart. Chair squat together now. Inhale, pressing the hips back as we lengthen the arms. Exhale as we push away from the feet. Find a little rise here as you pull up through the thighs and squeeze the bottom. Heels go down, bend the knees. You're pressing your way into your heels as you lengthen the spine. And then we're pushing off the feet as we find a little rise, engage the tummy, open up through the chest. And again, hips are going back. Knees are staying parallel, really ground down into the legs. Pressing off, finding that lift, opening up, testing into our balance here. Coming down into our chair squat and hold. So peeling ourselves down here, tiny little pulse, bounce and bounce. So we're pressing our weight into our heels, lengthening through the spine. Keep the chest lifted, engaging through the tummy. We're going to stay in this pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come all the way up into that rise, lifting the heels, opening through the chest. Tiny little pulses here in your rise, calf raises. My heels go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Tiny little pulses, heels are tapping the floor, and then we're finding our rise for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leave the heels down. Inhale as we sweep up, find our standing full body stretch, and exhale, rolling down. Hopefully feeling a little bit warmer through the lower half of the body and a bit more in tune with our body and our breath. Let's walk ourselves out, finding our high plank position in your own time, making sure our hands are underneath the shoulders. We lengthen the spine, don't collapse the head, and draw the belly, engaging through the abdominals. Let's pause here in our high plank all together for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, coming down onto your knees on 1, uncurling the toes and finding a child's pose. Taking your bottom all the way back to the heels, extending the arms forwards and bringing the forehead down towards the ground. Let's just take a lovely little breath into the back chain of the body here. So breathing into the rib cage and exhaling as we fold deeper into your child's pose. Just grabbing this opportunity to pause, to refocus, and to stretch out through the back. In your own time, we're just going to walk our hands over to the right. Take a little side stretch whilst we're in this child's pose. So creeping the arms over to the side, allowing the chest to fall through center, and breathing into the left rib cage here. Only moving when you feel the time is right. We walk our hands back through center, over to the left, and allow the chest to fall through as we open up through the right side body. Let's then gently bring ourselves all the way back through to center. Peel ourselves back through into our plank. So tucking the toes under, lifting the knees when you're ready and engaging through the abdominals. Single leg pulls now. We lift the left leg, draw the left knee towards the chest, extend the left leg away and step it down. Right leg lifts, draw the knee to the chest, try and get that knee all the way up. Extend the right leg back and pop the right foot down. So we do left, draw the knee in, extend the leg away, popping the foot down. The right leg comes up, drawing the knee in, extending away, and popping down. One more time on each side. Really keep that engagement through the abdominals here. Softness through the shoulders. Working on our core strength and our shoulder stability at the same time. Let's pause in that high plank all together and then lift the hips. Find a little downward facing dog here as we open up through the back chain of the body. Sigh out through the mouth. Allow the heels to fall heavy. Allow the chest to ease through the arms. And then once you feel happy, just step your feet together. So I'm bringing my toes together now. Then we're going to ripple forwards back into that high plank. We're going to place the right hand in the center of the mat, roll onto the outside edge of the right foot, and let's see if we can lift the left arm up, finding a side plank here. Option is to put your right knee down on the ground if you need to. Maybe if it's available for you, we can lift the top leg up, finding a little pause here, switching on through the tummy. And then slowly pop the top foot down and make our way back into our high plank. So feet hip distance, lengthen the spine. From here, lead with the hips. Find that downward facing dog again as we ease the chest through. And then bringing the feet together once again, toes together. Ripple yourself back through. Placing the left hand in the center of the mat now as we roll on to the outside edge of the left foot. And we reach the right arm up, finding our side plank on the other side. Possibly lifting the top leg or maybe popping the underneath down. However feels good for you here. This is your practice today. Then I'm going to slowly pop the foot down. Bring the top arm over, finding that high plank once again. Feel strong, feel powerful, feel switched on here. And lead with the hips for that gorgeous downward facing dog to reset. Take a few big belly breaths, maybe even pedal through the heels a little bit here. Bending one knee at a time, extending one leg. Bit of a free flow, maybe rippling through the hips if that feels good for you. Exploring the body. And then when you're ready, coming down onto all fours. So making your way down onto your hands and knees, uncurling the toes, finding that length through the spine. Cat and cow, we exhale, chin to the chest as you round the back. And then inhale as we arch through the back and take the eye line forwards. Exhale, curving the spine, chin to the chest, press away from the ground. Inhaling as we open, tilt the pelvis and take the eye line forwards. Let's find our neutral spine. So extending the spine, lengthening through the back. We're going to take the right foot up towards the ceiling now. So keeping the chest, the hips square to the ground. The right knee comes down, taps the mat, and then the right foot presses back up to the ceiling. Here we go. So right knee taps down and lifts. Taps down and lifts. So we're keeping the right knee bent at the moment, keeping the hips and the chest square to the ground. Try not to drop the head. Keep that length through the spine, engaging through the abdominals and pressing the toes up towards the ceiling, not towards the wall behind you. Okay? We're going to do this 3 more times. Use your exhale on the efforts. Then we lift and hold. Tiny little pulses up and up, up and up. So on your pulses, try to keep everything else as stable as possible. Stay strong through the upper body. We're going to use our breath here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we straighten that leg, tap the right toes down to the ground, and then sweep the right foot up to the ceiling. So straight leg, tap down and lift. Tap down and lift. So again, same technique applies for the top half. Elbows are soft. Don't drop the head and engage the tummy. We're trying not to twist the hips here or to add any pressure into the lower back. Let's paint a rainbow, team. We're going to lift that right leg up. You tap across the left leg, go up and over, tap out to the right. Up and over, we tap across, up and over, tap out. Up and over, across, up and over, and out. Keep that going with a lovely straight leg. Stable core and a smile on your face. We do this twice more. Last two. And last one. Now bring that right leg to center. Tiny little pulses, up and up. So with a straight leg this time, keep pumping that right leg. We're going here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex that foot and pop the right toes onto the ground. You're going to slide the left knee a little bit higher up towards the chest. Now we're going to do little pulses here for the abdominals. So I'm going to exhale as I lift the left knee up towards my chest as I press away from the ground. And then I tap the left knee back down onto the mat. Exhale as I lift. Really think about drawing the thigh and the belly together. And then inhale as you go down. A little quicker. Here we go. Up, down. Up, down, up, down. Try to keep bringing the left knee through as much as you can. Pressing the right heel away from you and pressing away from those hands. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down onto both knees. Sit back onto your heels when you're ready. Interlace your hands together in front of you and have a little bit of movement here through the wrists, okay? So just take a lovely breath. Move through the wrists. Get some nice movement. I can only go one way. Maybe try and go the other way. It doesn't really work in my head. Let me know in the comments if it works in yours. And then we'll press the palms of the hands up towards the ceiling. Find that length through the spine. Take a beautiful breath in through the nose and exhale, sigh it out through the mouth as you bring the arms down. Great work, team. Let's do the other side. So setting up onto all fours when you're ready. Taking the left foot, pointing it up towards the ceiling. Here we go. Left knee taps the mat and then the left toes go up. We go down and up, down and up. So soften through the elbows. Keep shifting your weight forwards. Remember that powerhouse, that core. Activate through the belly, looking after the back. Squeeze in the bottom as you press the foot up towards the ceiling. Everything else is staying really strong and really stable here. We're going to continue for 4, 3, 2. Now we lift and pump. Ready? Pulse and pulse. Pulse and pulse. Keep it going, team. Doing so well. Tiny little pumps here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straightening that leg. Left toes come down. Straight leg, left leg sweeps up. We go down and lift. Down and lift. So really try and extend the left leg away from you. Keeping the hips, the chest square to the ground. Lengthening through the spine. And feeling the power in your body here. We start to do that gorgeous rainbow. So lift the left leg up. We go across and then up and over and tap out. That up and over is really important. Make sure you are keeping control through the hips though, through the pelvis. Try not to have too much wiggling around going on at the same time. Up and over is going to get the glute fired up, and going across and open is going to help through the waist as well. Going to get the waist working here too. Try not to drop the head as you start to concentrate, and try not to shift your weight backwards. Last one here. Bring that left leg to center and pump up and up. Pulse and pulse. You'd breathe. for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex the foot, left foot down. Slide the right knee a little bit further up. Promise it's the last bit for the wrists, okay? Exhale, lift the right knee up, curve the back slightly, and then inhale as the right knee goes down. So as that knee is coming up, think about drawing the belly up as well, trying to get the thigh to come towards the belly. Here we go. Up, down, up, down. So switch on and tap. Switch on and tap. For 6, use the breath here. 4 more. 4, you've got this. 3, for 2, and 1 more time. 1, bring both knees down, team. Find a lovely child's pose. And while you're here extending the arms forwards, turn the palms of the hands over to face up. Let the thumbs turn out to the side, just a lovely way to release the shoulders and the wrists. Take a gorgeous breath into the back and exhale. Allow yourself to pause here, just sink a little deeper. You're doing so well. Let's slide the hands in towards us. We're going to turn ourselves over now. So we're going to come to a seated pose. So just making your way over onto your bottoms when you're ready. And then we're going to place our hands behind the thighs, feet flat, roll the shoulders down, find that gorgeous lift. Our C curve. Exhale, tuck the tail under, draw the chin to the chest. Inhale as you peel your way up, gorgeous straight spine. Here we go. Exhale, curving under, scoop and hollow the belly. And inhale as you come up. If you're happy to, reaching, extending those arms forwards, maybe start to make this roll down, this C curve a little bit bigger. Explore your range of movement. Doesn't matter what anybody else is up to. Make sure you're listening to your body and only moving within a pace that feels right for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to C curve, maybe make it a little bit smaller. Bow and arrow, pull the left arm back, rotational twist. Inhale back through to center and alternate. Take it the other way. So I'm taking a little C curve with that rotational twist now. Make sure your feet are staying flat on the floor and the knees are staying parallel. If you'd like to hold on to behind the thighs to give you that little bit of extra support, that's absolutely fine. It could be like this, where you're holding one thigh with one hand and you're switching and alternating, opening up the other side. Please, please always take the class at a pace that works for you. We're going to do last 2 here. Great to get the abdominals involved and the waist. Final 1. Coming up to center, lengthening the spine as you reach the arms up and extend the legs away. Exhale into a lovely seated fold. Big sigh out here. Allow the body to fold over. Again, be kind to yourself. Doesn't matter if the knees are slightly bent or your hands are on your thighs, etc. Just allow the back of the body to really open up. Then peeling your way up with or without the use of the hands. Going to carefully come all the way down onto the ground. Taking the arms overhead. A big full body stretch here. Lengthen the spine. Feel that space as you breathe into the rib cage and exhale. Soften a little further here. Let's hug the right knee into the chest, okay? So bringing the right knee in, make sure your back is nice and comfortable on the ground. Squeeze those shoulders together. And then from here, the right leg's going to come into tabletop, so the knee is over the hip. Arms come down by your sides. Single leg extension. We breathe out as we extend the right leg away. Inhale as we draw it back into tabletop. Exhale, extend the right leg. Inhale, it comes back in. So at the moment, we're working the lower abdominal. So please make sure you're zipping up through the pelvic floor, engaging through the abdominals here, supporting the lower back. Draw the belly down towards the ground. Lovely single extension, and then sweeping back in. Let's do this twice spot. We've got 1 more here, last one. Then we're going to leave the right leg in tabletop. Slide the hands down, lift the head and shoulders. We're finding our way to an abdominal crunch. Really try and get the shoulder blades off the ground and slide the ribs down towards the hips. We tap our hands together behind the right thigh and then sweep the arms overhead and tap your hands together overhead.
Sweeping the arms by my sides, tapping behind the thigh. Sweeping the arms overhead, tapping overhead. So at the moment, the left leg's staying lovely and long. An option, if you're feeling a pull in your back, I would recommend bending the left knee. Right leg is ideally staying in tabletop, and we're trying to keep the head and shoulders off the ground. Eye line is looking through towards your left toe. We're moving the arms and the breath together. A little bit of coordination here. And then we're going to bring the hands behind the thigh, a little pulse with the upper body and the clap. So I go down, clap, pulse, up, down, up. Don't let the body come completely down onto the ground. Tiny little pulse crunches here as I'm taking the hands apart together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, now 1. Hold up. Bring those hands, interlace them together and cup them behind the head. Give you a little bit of support now. Pull the elbows wide, okay? We're going to lift the left leg to a hover now, okay? Left leg to a hover. Draw the left leg into tabletop and then exhale as you extend the left leg to hover. Here we go. The left knee comes in and the left leg goes out. So the right leg is staying as is. Again, if you'd like to modify, please put the right foot on the ground. Head and shoulders, we can pop them on the ground if that feels better for you, but try to stay in that abdominal crunch if you can to really engage through the top half of the abdominals. Last 2 here, last 2. Slow and controlled. Try to use that strength rather than the momentum. Let's bring those legs into tabletop. So both legs into tabletop. We're going to tap both feet down to the ground and then bring both legs back to tabletop. Here we go. Exhale the feet down. Inhale the legs back. Keeping your head and shoulders in that lift if you can. Making sure you only bring the feet as far down towards the ground as you feel comfortable. Let's do this one more time. Last one here. Leaving both legs in tabletop, put the head down onto the floor and find a basic crunch. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, nice and slow, inhale down. So our legs are staying in tabletop. We're doing our basic crunch here. Make sure the chin is away from the chest. There's a little gap there. Elbows are wide. We'll do this twice more. Stay with me. Doing so well. Let's lift and hold, lift and hold. Bring the arms down by our sides. Pulse those arms down, 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 down. Legs are in tabletop. Head and shoulders are in an abdominal crunch. And we're performing the 100 here. Pulsing those arms up and down whilst nothing else is changing. Using the breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. We are going to stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, still smiling, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hug your right knee in, pop your head and shoulders down and lengthen the left leg back onto the ground. Take a big sigh out as you let the head and the shoulders and the spine come into the mat here. And then we're going to pop the right foot onto the ground. Leave the arms down by your sides. Okay, we're going to exhale. Let's sweep the left leg up. As you do so, push into the right foot, single leg bridge. So push your left leg all the way up. Find that single leg bridge. Rolling down through the spine and then bring the left leg back down onto the mat. Here we go. The left leg comes up. We push through the right foot all the way up into that single leg bridge and then rippling down through the spine as we extend the left leg to lower. And again, sweep it all the way up. Find that single leg bridge and control as you come down and lower. Let's find that single leg bridge and hold. So sweep all the way up. Find your single leg bridge. Now do the straight leg lower only. The left leg goes down and the left leg sweeps up. Left leg extends and lowers and then comes up. We're pushing through the right heel here. Staying in our single leg bridge, head and shoulders on the mat. Last 2. Use that exhale one more time Take the left leg up to the ceiling and pulse. Hips down, up, down, up, down, up. Tiny little pulses. You can do this. We go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Make sure you roll down slowly and then carefully lower the left leg back down onto the ground. Hug that right knee in towards your chest. Gorgeous sigh out here. And then hold the right foot with the left hand. Pop that right foot onto your left hip if you're able to, or just slowly take it a little further down the leg. And then think about pressing the right knee down towards the ground. Slide the right arm overhead and rest the back of the right hand on the mat. Take a gorgeous breath into the right side body here. Take a moment to reset the heart rate, slow down the breath, and then we'll extend into a full body stretch. Reach both arms, both legs. Maybe circle the ankles or flex the feet here. And then hugging the left knee in when you are ready. So hug that left leg in. Feel that length through the spine, that connection with the ground. Taking the left leg to tabletop. Switch on through the lower tummy, arms by your sides. Single leg extension. Exhale, lengthen, hover. Inhale, control to table. Exhale, extend. Inhale to table. So we're moving the left leg, engaging through the core here, keeping that length through the spine. Right leg is lovely and long. Option to bend the right knee if you need to. And then we hold the left leg in tabletop. Find your abdominal crunch, scoop and hollow. We're going to tap the hands behind the left leg, sweep overhead, tap the hands overhead. Sweep down, hands tap behind. Sweep over, hands tap overhead. So we're trying to stay in that abdominal crunch, keeping the left leg in tabletop, and we're gazing down to look at our right foot. Checking out our toe polish, right? Mine's very old, so let's not check out mine. Bringing the hands behind the thighs and hold our pulses. Down, up, down, up. Hands are going apart together, apart together. Shoulders are just tapping the floor, and then we're trying to get them off the mats. Draw the navel down towards the ground for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hands together. Cup them behind the head. Shimmy yourself a little bit higher if you're able to. Then we lift our right leg into hover. Right knee comes into tabletop, and we extend the right leg to hover. Right knee comes in, and right leg extends away. Your option, put the head and shoulders on the ground, or you could tap the left foot down on the ground too. So you've got an option there, yeah? We're using that exhale as we extend, inhaling as we draw in. Last one here, last one. Leave those legs in tabletop and rest the head onto the ground. Basic crunch. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, scoop and hollow. Inhale, down. We've got this. Last 2. You are so nearly there. Up and hold, up and hold. Now, if you can, extend the legs up to the ceiling. Maybe even lower them down to about a 45-degree angle. Reach the arms down by your sides and pulse the arms. So we're pulsing the arms, scooping and hollowing the belly. Keep the legs lovely and lengthened. Head and shoulders stay lifted for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hug your left leg in. Pop the head and shoulders onto the floor and lower the right leg all the way down. Sigh it out. Well done. Let's ground down through the left foot, arms down by our sides. We sweep the right leg up as we come into our single leg bridge, and we ripple down through the spine as we lower the right leg down. Here we go. Sweep the right leg up, press through the left heel, find that single bridge, and control as we ripple down and lower. Sweeping it up, starting to build that single leg strength, the glute on the left hand side. We're coming up and holding. Single leg bridge on the left. The right leg lowers down to the ground and sweeps all the way back up. Exhale, extend the right leg away. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Stay strong through that left leg, open through the chest, engaging through the abdominals. One more time. Right leg sweeps all the way up, our little pulses. Down, up, down, up. Single leg bridge pulse for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it down. Lower the right leg down. Hug your left knee in towards the chest. And then taking hold of the left foot with the right hand. Pop it onto your left hip. Your right hip, sorry. And drop the left knee down towards the mat. Slide the left arm overhead. Back of the hands on the ground. Take a gorgeous big breath. Fill up through the left side body. And exhale as you soften further into this pose. Awesome, awesome job, team. Well done. Extend both arms, both legs. Find that full body stretch. Maybe take a little fidget here. Extending side to side. And then exhaling, we roll ourselves up to seated. You can use your hands if you need to. Inhale, extend and lift. And exhale into our seated forward fold once again. Now carefully peel yourself all the way up. Let's bend our knees and find our way to a cross-legged seated pose whenever you're ready. So we're going to slowly inhale, sweep the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Find that length. A little twist here, right hand behind you, gazing over the right shoulder as we ease ourselves around with the left. And then inhale through center, sweep all the way up to the ceiling and twisting the other way, gazing over the left shoulder as we use our right hand to ease ourselves around. You did so well, team. Well done for completing that workout together today. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up and exhale and bring the hands down. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. If you'd like to join me for more exclusive videos and live classes weekly, check out our online membership platform. I'll put all the details in the comment section below, and I'd love to see you on the mat again soon.